We had a phenomenal day trading today. It was a great opportunity for us to learn and to make money. So what could be better to learn and earn all at the same time? We pulled out quite a lot of pips in the market, quite a lot of profit in the market. The market gave us a lot of different techniques, a lot of different styles. And so this session particularly is a great one to watch because we had a ride the wave. We had a first retracement of a breakout. We had consolidation. We had breakout strategies. We had holding on to positions. We had taking short positions, taking sips out of the market and adding it to the bank. All of that inside of 30 to 40 minutes. So this is a great session to watch. We've had a great week, an awesome week. Monday we posted a 5.1% return. Tuesday, 4%. Wednesday, 4.84. And today we hit another 5% return. You can watch the ups and downs and everything in between and see how we did it. And then join us. If you haven't already, join us on Discord to get access to our trading room. Basically, we trade as a community Monday through Friday for 2 hours every single morning. This week has been a great week. And I don't, hopefully that'll continue tomorrow. But let's recap. I wanted to show this screen, the 5-minute chart real quick, because we kind of woke up or kind of started trading in this, right? And if you were to come into this session and look right here, maybe is where we started trading, you'd be like, okay, you know what? The market's kind of in this channel, kind of going up. And so maybe we should be into a buy situation, right? Now we didn't have all of this data that, obviously this is hindsight, but really we were kind of trading in this right here. And so you're like, okay, it's coming up. It has this point to contend with or to look at. I think we're right in here. And so we're going to continue this upward trend, right? And so you could be like, okay, today we're going to buy, and today we're going to be looking at buying opportunities. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is because this is our actual trading session. So if you jump over here, 1 minute, pop this out really quick. This was our trading session today. Again, we started in here. I'm just going to zoom in really quick, kind of look. So as you can see, we were not necessarily just buying a whole time. You can see we started out buying because it came down, right? So it came down looking for an opportunity for the bounce. We bought into that. We bought, and then as it popped up, we sold. I started to build into a pretty decent sized position here, started selling, kind of started looking for that turn, right? And so this is, and what it does here is it gives you the opportunity to build into a position. So I started putting on sells here, for a possible turn point here. So this is a turn point right here. Again, stacked another sells on another turn point here. And again, right here, another turn point, right? And so it allowed me to get into a pretty good position size. And then as it popped up, right here on this wick, I got into some more as a possible turn point right there. And so, and then eventually that turn happened and we were able to gobble up some good profits on our sells because we were positioning ourselves for that turn, right? We were positioning ourselves, we were getting into trades early for that turn. And when it happened great. And we were able to gobble up all the profits here. Okay. And I was just putting on trades until it actually turned, materialized. And then we went over and I switched. Okay. Now I'm a buyer, right? And so I put a layer on right here with a zero take profit, trying to ride the wave if it was to come back up and test this and pop that. So I put a layer on here and then I put some layers on here for just some quick profit, right? Just some quick profit gains while I'm holding on to that layer here for an opportunity to ride the wave. And as you can see, it did materialize later and I was able to pull off this layer right here. And in tonight's class, we're going to go over what ride the wave is in full detail. So please join us there. In tonight's class, we're going to go into, again, ride the wave in more detail. So we got into, so as it pulled back down here, we got into some more buys, and looking for just some quick hits, right? While I'm holding on to this layer. So this was my hold layer that I was holding on to for the possible ride, but now I'm just trading and taking some quick hits wherever I can find these quick hits. You know, not necessarily all buys. You can see I got a couple sells here or some quick hits, some buys here. Eventually it turned into the ride the wave situation, and then my exit strategy is as soon as this crosses over here, that's when I get out, right? And then again, back into some buys for a retest of the high. And then I was done trading today. Pulled out probably about a little bit over 1.5% in just this area right here and today on the market. And so that's kind of a recap today. The recap of the session was looking for quick hits, looking for quick wins while having a layer or two that you could let run, right? Today's challenge was awesome. We ended it pretty quickly, so it was a short challenge, but today's challenge was awesome. It was finding opportunities to put 10 trades on and a profit on those 10 trades in 3 minutes. And that's what the market gave us today. Was a great and extreme opportunity to just kind of take a little bit of profit here, a little bit of profit there, take little sips out of the market, add it to the bank, add it to the bank, add it to the bank, and just kind of build a little nest egg for a 1.5% return in less than an hour. I mean, that's an awesome trading opportunity. Guys, check out the challenge. It was a great challenge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along on our journey as we're taking a $5,000 account to a $50,000 account. And we'll enjoy the rest of the live trading session. And we'll see you tonight for a class, and tomorrow morning for some more trading fun. So hopefully we can continue the trend of posting, 4 or 5% gains. I think this week to date, we're at 19.92% return on the week. Guys, it's been a great week. Hopefully tomorrow, we're going to continue that trend. So stay tuned, stay with us, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't really have a trend per se, up or down, which is good. I mean, you do, if you look at that, right? That's a good channel to kind of adhere to, but it's also at the top of a point. So if you're just trading this right here, is and that, you could trade this channel. So I'm looking for my points right here are probably going to be here and here. So if it decides that it just wants to go up and down between these two lines, great. But if it breaks above that, then it's going to continue this channel. If it breaks below that, that's where you're going to get that reversal of that. And it probably is going to come down and test the bottom of that. So those are kind of my key areas to kind of watch in this trading session. And just kind of correlating that to the 1 minute, it's really probably right here, right? Because that is 7. And that's probably the same, yeah. So it's these points right here. So that's kind of like, it's looking like it's, that's why I'm moving back to a 2-pip take profit, because I don't really have it's sitting right in the middle of this up and down move, right? It's sitting right in the middle of this. So it's coming down 50% and it's going sideways right here. So I don't really have a clear confidence that it's going to go this way or this way. So I'm like, well, I'll just, if it's going to do this, go ahead and just pick up and down moves until it does break. Don't diddle in the middle. Like it.
Yeah.
So if you guys go over in Discord today sometime, over to trading tools, I know that some of you guys are like, some of you guys have were asking about yesterday about Wednesday night classes, stuff like that we've been doing Wednesdays, and we haven't done them for a minute. I kind of, for me, just everything I got going on, I haven't been able to really stay on top of that. And so I kind of asked Jimmy to help me out and to basically manage that process and get people that want to learn or want to teach and kind of see that. And so if I don't have anybody that wants to teach, I don't have the bandwidth to do it, to teach that class and everything else I got going on. So it really is there for you guys to teach. And if I don't have anybody, then I haven't been able to stay up on that. So I asked Jimmy to kind of manage that process. I created the form for him. So there's a form that if you're interested, just let us know, kind of raise your hand, let us know what topic that you're interested in teaching. And then he's going to kind of put a calendar together and then follow up and just reminders and all that kind of stuff for you guys. I think it's a great opportunity. I want to continue to do it. I just haven't had personally, that's something that I haven't kind of went to the back burner as I'm trying to work on everything else. So I think it's an awesome thing. It's there for you guys as a tool, for you guys to either teach on something that you're comfortable with, or better yet, teach on something you're uncomfortable with, so that you can get better at it. I'd highly, highly recommend that you take advantage of it, because I can't stress this enough, but when you teach something, you become better at it. And if you do a deep dive on it, you're going to learn way more than what you actually share, right? Because you're going to have to figure out what everything means and all that kind of stuff. So again, I'm going to I don't think I see the link in trading tools, so I'm going to do that. Get it out of there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Joseph says that you may want to share his analysis spreadsheet. That's awesome. Love that. Like I was saying before, I'm not an analytical trader, but I know a lot of you guys are. So it really, really helps to help other people who are analytical to have somebody who is analytical teach approach from that mind frame or mindset. That's all right. Like I said, I mean, the days that I don't care if you guys, you don't have to be the most entertaining speaker in the world to find value out of that, right?
Mhm.
Even if nobody attends and there's only like 3 people that attends, that's not really the point, right? I'm sure they'll get more than that, but the point is doing the exercise. It's just another way to learn, right? Yep, exactly. Nick says it's just saying it out loud, right? Okay. Just waiting for the turn. Got a nice little building position here. Perfect, dude. That'd be awesome. What? The link says you need permission. That's no bueno.
Does it look a super quiet day today, or what?
Yeah, nobody wants to talk. Thanks.
I mean, it's markets too, but yeah.
I don't think there's any news popping.
No, it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's Jerry. I'll talk since nobody's talking.
Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate it.
Go for it.
Hey, Dave. I'm just doing the 2-pip challenge basically in my account. Just grabbing 2 pips on each little move as price comes down to like a wick level or up to a wick level on the 5-minute chart. So I'm just kind of playing around with that.
Good. How's it going?
It's digging me out of a hole.
Yeah, that's what I like. I'll do that too. I'll set a take profit. Like sometimes when I need to dig out of a hole and I look for just like short little opportunities. Like for me, I keep switching in and out of take profit because I'm like, I don't think it's turning just yet into my favor to fix my trades, but I can see an opportunity, a quick a little opportunity to stack
Right.
some profits on, right?
Yep.
Here's that. It's kind of touching that red line that I'm starting to be cognizant of. And then if it breaks to the top, so you could get a little bit of a run if it breaks above that. But again, this is the first test right here.
So I had a question.
Sure.
When you know when to recycle a trade, because several times I would see it flickering and then I would get out thinking it would come back, but instead it continues. And then I'm like, oh, dang it, I shouldn't have closed it.
First of all, don't ever say, oh, dang it, I shouldn't have closed it if it's profit. So always be happy with closing it for profit, right? And how do you know when to recycle? Generally, the best way to recycle, or the best times to recycle, is when you're not in a trading light area. So you got to be in like a normal trading area. And like right here would be a really good place to recycle. If it comes down here and it stalls and it pulls back up to here, and there's enough profit in here, right? And I could see that happening, and so kind of execute that. But it's not a good place to recycle here when it's tempting to break. Does that make sense? So this is good. This is bad, right? And so I kind of like to, if I'm going to start recycling, I like to do it inside of this and not up here. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it's kind of where it's flickering at, right? Because here, if I got buys on and it flickers, I may just hold on to that just for the possible break high, right? But if it's at the end of the price cycle too, I may take it here at the end of a price cycle. So there's always, it's like 3 or 4 things that you just kind of look at and you analyze just pretty quickly, right? Like right now, I'm probably going to take that because that was a pretty big shot down. And if I had this, I'd probably do this really quick for just a pullback of that candle. And it doesn't have to cross. So kind of like what we talked about yesterday, making sure your take profits were in the proper place where it doesn't have to cross, but it did, but barely did, right? So just kind of taking a quick siphon off of that move. So let me talk about that for a second. I'm going to jump over to chat really quick, but I'm going to put a few trades on here. Just kind of, so this now that it's obviously we're still trading in that channel, but there's a couple good chat points over here I want to get to. So we're still kind of in this channel, right? It was moving up. So I'm going to put this layer stack right here for a possible attempt to break the top. Now, where that fells, again, I'll probably continue to buy in all the way down to here. If it crosses here, I may throw some sells on for a short little gain. But I would like to see if I can't get a break to the top, right? If it breaks to the top, then it's going to establish a new high. It could run for a minute, but over here on the 5, this is my channel. So if it comes down, touches this right here, this is where you should get a turn if it wants to continue that structure of the channel. So I'll look to just build in a little bit of a position to the buy side. What I mean by that is just, I'm going to take this layer and hold it for a while. Now I'm going to go back normal. I'm going to go back and hunt for just some quick gains here. And some quick pips and have that one layer there. And if it does hold this, it's right there. If it does hold down to here, I may flip into just some short sells. Depends on the this candle, that doodad. What you doing? So, all right. So while that's happening, I want to, okay, I'm going to go back and answer some of your questions, but I really want to answer Lee's comment or talk to that. I love that you had the confidence to hold on to those cells. For me, it wasn't necessarily confidence. Yes, so if it popped the top and ran, then that's when confidence would have came into play of, okay, I got to fix them. And that's fine. I can fix them. But I have that confidence in me that I can fix my trades, right? But that move is what I do all the time. And it's not, I wasn't really thinking about, I wasn't ever thinking, oh crap, I'm in a position. I was thinking, oh, this is awesome. I'm building a position. So there's two types of ways that you could look at it. It's like, oh crap, I'm heavy, or oh crap, oh, finally I get an opportunity to build a position, right? And I talk about that a lot because on camera, like me and Sean, the way we trade, we'll do that. We'll throw a ton of trades on and then just wait for this turn, right? And they're early trades because I started down here, and kept stacking them on. And then as soon as you get that turn, that's when I usually make a lot of my money because I'm in a position and it's allowed me to get in a little heavier, right? And while it was doing that, you saw I was siphoning 2 pips at a time, and then I was also adding some layers. So those, this is kind of like, if I'm just going to put a label to it, it would be like a level 3 technique where you're still putting layers on, but then when you see an opportunity to grab 2 to 3 pips, you do it and you grab those because I would need those 2 to 3 pips of profit in case it did break to the top and I needed to fix it, right? And so I'm stacking in kind of like, if you're fighting a fire, you set a backfire, right? And you set a backfire so that if in case it does happen, you have the opportunity to put money in your bank already, right? But the thing was, for me, it wasn't necessarily about confidence. It was, I knew this channel was happening. I knew that it was at the top, very unlikely that it's going to pop on the first attempt. So it more than likely is going to run back down. I didn't expect it to kind of run all the way down to here.
Well,
so all of my take profits right there. Yeah, this is what, if it comes up and tests that, this is the second test, right? So that's why I'm holding on to this layer. I said I'm going to hold on to this layer for a ride up, and then along the way, I'll look for opportunities to make some quick profit along the way.
So I mean, if you look on the 5-minute, right, it's already, we tested it once, twice, 3 times. So the last pop was the third one, right?
That red line, it's only tested it once. And when I look at a test, I don't look at the wicks. So for me, it's a body close. And so if you look at this red line, all right, here, it's tested at 1. It came up here, and this is the test, and it failed the test, came back down, didn't quite test it, and then it came back down. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
And so here, if it holds right here, it could break and it could run up a little higher. Because I was teaching and not talking, there was opportunity, there is opportunity right now to make, a 2 pip short, right? And so I could do that really quick. And if it doesn't, see, I would rather get into a short here than a buy, right? Because at the end of a price cycle, if it doesn't, if it doesn't come back 2 pips, then it's going to run up and test the top, right? But fixing these sells is a lot easier than fixing buys right there. And so if you put buys on, I would think you're chasing the market. So, and again, I probably should have peeled off those sells once that stall happened. But, and then that could have been the recycle opportunity. Sometimes I get caught with talking and trading. A lot of times that happens. So here is the proper placement of take profits. Put them right at the end of that candle, and I'll probably move them down a little bit. So I just wanted to unpack that just a little bit, where Lisa, I love that you had the confidence. It's not necessarily confidence. It was just holding on to my trades until it materialized, right? I think confidence comes when you know that if it doesn't pan out, you can fix them. And so maybe that's where I'd like you guys to build your confidence is in the ability that you know that when trades go bad. Okay, so I didn't expect that big candle, but because that's a big candle, I'm gonna do that, smack on as many as I can because that's how I trade. Just for that pullback. All right, I'm gonna go back up and talk, answer you guys' questions. Okay, Joseph, can you check that link one more time and see if you now have permission? Think should. Anybody else having permission issues? Okay, and then going back to what Jerry says. Jerry says, and I'm in a prop firm challenge that's free. Where'd you find that one? I started out with 893 shares and only 607 left. I'm the 30th position at 4.6% on a week to go. Trading on a real account 1 week into the contest and 1 week to go. Interesting to see people fall out of the contest with large volatility spikes. I'm interested in the okay. Yeah, absolutely, Jerry. Just curious. I have not seen a free challenge, a prop firm challenge is free. I would be curious to kind of look at that for sure.
Yeah, Dave. It's Surge Trader.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. I just didn't know they had a free.
And what it is the winner of the contest gets to audition for a 100,000. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. It's yeah.
And the person that's going to win it obviously is the one that was the guy that's in first place is up 24% in a week or something. And so it's a swing for the fences gamble. If I win, great, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen that, but just so you guys know, it's illegal to do that in the States.
Oh, what part of it's illegal?
That you're offering something of value for an exchange. It's called a stock swap, where they're giving you a free something of value, and you don't have to earn it basically from you're not buying it, you're earning it through a contest. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like if it was legal in the United States, there would be trading competitions all over the place where you could win a boat, win a yacht, win a cruise, and there would be, and that would be all over the place. And it was in the early 2000s when it first came out. And you would all be trading on demo accounts because people would be doing it just to get your information so they could sell you into larger whatever. And give away the winner, right? But look at it from their perspective. They have now 893 potential leads that are going to take their challenge, and they only have to pay one person. And so the US says, nope, you can't do that, right? That's why a lot of these prop firm companies are not in the US. In fact, I haven't found one that is. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't found one that is.
I've heard of one called Trade the Fund.
No, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, up and coming. They all have contact info in the US, but you don't know where the headquarters is. It's usually like Cyprus or Singapore.
I'm just coming down. I'm reading your guys' comments. So this is why I held on this layer right here, is for this pop, and we'll see if it stays and just get kind of runs, right? And then we'll see where we want to go. Now, if you guys want to fade that could be a good quick hit right there. I don't usually just smack into anything because it's kind of an outside range. Well, it is an outside range, not kind of, right? And it moved up a little higher, but you can take a quick hit off of that and then go back in. Now this is kind of like a recycle of the trade the other way. Probably put a couple on, not. See if it doesn't turn into like a ride the wave, or if it wants to just consolidate right here. Just don't know. But I'm set up for either one. Huh. I don't know how. Okay, normally I'm a Google form master, but I don't know what the issue is here, guys, on why this form is not letting you guys.
Do you do Google Docs for spreadsheets and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am an intermediate at best.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is it better than Excel or same?
There's a lot of similarities, but I always tend to go. I used to build everything in Excel, but
yeah.
The biggest advantage, obviously, it's so much easier to share Google Sheets, right?
Yeah.
So I tried, but
it's free.
I learned everything on Excel. So if I can't figure it out in Google Sheets, I'll go back and figure it out in Excel and then transfer it over.
I know what you mean. I'm so used to Excel, I just wanted to do it quick and not get messed up. Go with what I know. Oh, it goes. There it goes. Wants to go.
So at least it says you have a 2-pip take profit. Yeah, I stacked a ton of 2-pip take profits on, but then I also took some off for a possible ride the wave situation. So then I'm in my mind, I'm in 2 layers here for ride the wave. And so what I'm going to do now with these guys is I'm going to secure this just because I don't want it to just drop on me. So when I say secure, I'm going to just put it right there. And if it comes down, pops it, great. Again, not going broke, taking profit. But we'll see, because I don't think it's going to, I really don't think it's going to break that.
That's true.
Could, but I don't think it will. So, just now it turns into the rules of a ride the wave type situation. And the rule for me is that once I get a reversal signal, which is for this, it would have to be a body close, which would take me out right there. So I'm hoping that we get a couple more candles, and then this becomes a reversal signal and I would get out here, right? So keep holding on to see how far it actually wants to climb. And, I do this a little differently, and Debbie shared her way of doing it, and she would get out here and then get back in. So she would take her profit, get back in, and then eventually she would take the losses on the trades when it starts to turn. And either way, whatever you're comfortable with in a ride the wave situation, make it your own, right? Doesn't have to be my way. It just has to be that you're making money. And so however you want to do it, that's the beautiful part of trading. So if this candle holds blue, that's, to me, is my exit, right? Mm. 10 seconds ish left on the candle. What you gonna do, candle? Okay. Now, the only reason why I'm not taking it is because of this candle popped up like that. So, but I'm going to hover over, and if it breaks higher, then I'll let it hold. I'll let it run still. But if it fails to break that top, then I'll get out. Get out. Good enough.
Hey Dave, if you just started trading like right now, like let's say you just got into the market, you looked at the chart here, would you start selling preemptively for the top, or would you be waiting for it to go up more before you get into sells?
I'd wait on it for a confirmation of the turn, only because it's an outside range and it's climbing, and you don't have any idea of where it's going to stop. Again, I think it's going to come up to here. And so possibly if I'm looking for a sell, I'd wait for the confirmation. But honestly, if I was just like, I am jumping in the market right this second, I see that it broke above this, I'd probably go for a 2 pip and I'd look for buys right now, and I'd buy, all the way down to this level, to that level. And I might, in fact, just take profits off. Just look to buy in. Just continue to buy and see if we'll get a retest of that high. And if it does come down and break this and come back into here, fine. But I don't know if it will, because it's struggled. I mean, if you look at that, it's kind of reverse head and shoulders that you got going on the 5. It's a head and fist for those of you guys. That's what these you guys who've got my head and fist pattern. There's only been a few of you guys who have received the head and fist pattern. And if you don't know what the head and fist pattern is, that's a good thing. Good luck. Maybe I should do that too. Drop over to Nate and Sean are doing the trade room here. Just rake the room. Everybody jump into the trade room. Good job, Duke. 1% on the 5K account. Awesome. That's awesome. Oh, he's gone. So I can give him all the praise because he's left. I'm just looking back at the comments here. I don't see really any questions. If you guys had a question that I didn't answer, repost it, but I just see a lot of comments, which is great. Love it. All right. So again, kind of seeing if it'll pop the top and run again. That's what this layer's for. Right. And it's just light. Don't worry about it. But if I can build another layer down here, I may kill those guys off the top, depending on if it's struggling to do that. Just for a better reposition. All right. Anybody have a challenge? I'm going to open this up to you guys. Anybody have a challenge that you either want to work on, or maybe not the challenge per se, but maybe is there something that you feel, hey, it would be great if I had a little more experience or something like this. So it's
high probability setup.
I knew Cliff was going to say that.
You know, I was going to say that.
No, Cliff. Just kidding. Have we seen any today? Let's ask that question. I've seen a few, but have you guys been able to point out some?
Yeah, there was one we broke out and then we traded shorts for that quick little pickup.
Mm-hmm. That was good. And I did the same thing right here. Well, that was that right. Or was it right here on this candle, this blue candle? Remember when it popped down and I had buys on right here. And then it just popped down right there. And I'm like, oh, didn't expect that wick to happen. And then I just loaded up for like 2 pip gain right there. So that's a high probability trade for me. I'd take that one. This one I did, but I didn't go as heavy. Like I smacked probably 2x here more than I did on this one right here. Because yes, it was still a high probability could have led with a big candle. Had that candle not have been, if it had been half that size, I probably wouldn't have taken that. Because it was a pop up to an outside range. And I'd rather take this one all day long when it's inside of a range. So I'm a little bit more gun shy when it's a pop to that outside range, because a lot of times you just get that continuation of a run higher. But yeah, we definitely have gotten that. So I think we'll do that. I think we'll hunt for some high probability trade setups. So I just want to make sure you guys have them. That's why I'm hesitant to use this as a challenge, right? Because everybody has different what a high probability trade setup is to them. So everybody has, it's different. And so it's kind of hard for me to say you passed a challenge, because I can't say that it is or it isn't. And you guys, and so I have to kind of force myself to kind of give you a high probability trade setup, but I hesitate to do that because everybody views the market differently, right? So it's just a difficult challenge. It's something that you guys need for sure, but it's a difficult challenge to be like, how do I say that you passed the challenge, right? That's where I've kind of struggled with. So let's do this. For the next little bit, let's run a challenge to where you see an opportunity to go heavy. Maybe not call it, we'll not call it high probability, because, well, it should, but you see an opportunity to go heavy where you're going to put 2 to 3 times what you normally would on a layer and siphon up just a small, quick gain, right? So maybe like right here on that pop up, you were smacking some sells for a 2 pip take profit, something like that, and get in, get out. I think I did that yesterday. I found a high probability trade setup, and I actually went in. I had no trades on, and I went in with, I adjusted. I knew it was coming. So it was like, okay, if this happens, I want to get in. I want to get in heavy, and I don't want to click so many times. So I got in with one lot, with one full lot, and I did like 1 or 2 times last night. Like just hit the button twice. But whenever I go that heavy, I only am hunting for like 2 pips, because it goes against you. So it has to be an extremely high probability when you increase your position size. And, but I do that if I see a setup that's forming, and then I'll go in really heavy and I'll go for like 2 or 3 pips, get out. Right. And I'll smack that. And so, but that's like, again, probably once you can start seeing it. And I don't ever show that here, but some of you guys are like, what do you do? And I tend to do that more in like slower moving markets where it's not going to run 20 pips on me. And I don't necessarily show that I do that, because I don't want you guys doing it if you don't know how to fix your trades. So it's a guaranteed way to hit 5% on the other side. If you don't know when to get in or get out, if you start going heavy. But I definitely am a little bit more aggressive when I trade by myself than when I trade with you guys, because I'm trying to teach structure, principles, all that kind of stuff, and then let you guys trade the way that you like to trade. And if you're not an aggressive trader, then why should you trade the way I trade? All right, that's it for today's live trading. What a great trading session. I think we were able to pull out close to 1.5% today. You can see that we took, we took buys, we took sells. We had opportunities to take 2 pips, 3 pips, let some trades run, ride the wave. It gave us a little bit of everything: consolidation, breakouts, first retracements. We were able to capitalize on a lot of different moves. And so that's what this session gave us. It was an awesome opportunity to really learn and to make money at the same time. The best of both worlds, make money, learn what could be better. Again, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow.